Good morning, everybody, and welcome to DarvanaleeDesigns Studio. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm actually here by myself today, so please do bear with me. I have been scrambling to get everything ready. Beck's not feeling the best today. She sort of went downhill yesterday, and yeah, so I'm just checking the audio while she's not here, and that seems to be all okay. Yeah, so she's at home in bed asleep. My girls took her kids off to school this morning, so she won't be joining us, but she possibly could be watching us. So if she is, she'll leave a comment. So welcome to DarvanaleeDesigns Studio. This is our Finish It Friday one, excuse me, and we are doing our weekly wrap-up, basically. So what we cover in this video today is the Finish It Friday, so that's the whole reason that we're here working on our UFOs and all that sort of stuff throughout the week. And we're also going to cover some channel news, some store news, some up and coming things for next year, such as retreats, sew-alongs and all that sort of stuff, because we're in full swing for preparing next year. So yeah, so I will pass on all of your well wishes to Beck. She was not well at all yesterday, and you probably would have seen that she was a little bit flat in the video for our floss tube. So I've sent her on home and she is fast asleep. So hopefully she's not watching this and she's getting some well-deserved rest. So I can see that a few of you are joining me now. So thank you very much for joining us this morning. I can see that Carol's here, Sarah's here. Shell has just joined us, and I think I saw Becky as well. So throughout the course, because I am here by myself, I will glance down and hopefully I'll catch most of your questions up on the screen in front of me, but I will glance down to the computer from time to time. So the big question is, first of all, for those that are new here, welcome to the channel. Thank you very much for joining us. And I can see lots of familiar names there as well. So thank you for joining us yet again for another Finish It Friday. So the big question is, did I get everything done? Well, as most of you know, I am under the pump at the moment because we are planning a trip to Uluru, which is the centre of Australia, Ayers Rock, for those that don't know. And I'm leaving next Thursday. So I have been under the pump to catch up from the sickness that we've had in the house, and also to get up to date and get a few things in place so I can go away for that week and not have to worry about anything back here at home. So I did get some stuff done. I didn't get the binding on the mini quilt. I did get it quilted, however, and I got a couple of other things made with the leftover Polaroid blocks because we've been working with them for the last couple of weeks. So I'll show you the mini quilt first. So I did end up getting it quilted. So you can see there that I have just done a crosshatch pattern, and it's all done and dusted, and I've just got to put the binding on it. I just did not get time this week to get it on. I've been catching up on customer orders and all that sort of stuff as well, so I just did not get the time to get it on. I'm not stressed about it. The quilt is now done. The binding is over there ready to go, and I'll probably get that on over the weekend at some stage. So you can see on the back it's just cross-hatched. And I'm also in two minds whether I want to actually have it as a mini quilt or whether I want to actually turn it into a cushion, because I think it'd pretty cool as a cushion too. And it's quite a long one, so you can see there it's 5x3, so there's 15 blocks altogether. So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. It's super cute. I'd never done this sort of quilting before, so it was a little bit of a leap of faith for me. I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, and I've always liked the look of it, so I'm really happy about that. So we've done that over 2 weeks, and it's done and dusted now, so I can set that aside and get the binding on it over the weekend with any luck. So yeah, and it does look good. I'm really happy with it. To be honest, I only finished the quilting about 10 minutes ago. So if you could see a Friday morning here, how frantic it is, because I don't want to have it carry over for too long. I just like to get it done. Yeah, I'm in the same mind, Biz. I'm really liking, I would like that as a cushion, and I've got a quilted cushion in there, not one that I made, just one that I bought, and it's so comfy to lay on. So I'm just wondering whether I do turn that into a cushion. So I'll let you know either way what I decide to do. So yeah. And then, as you know, Beck and I have been doing tons of cross stitching lately and getting little projects in and all that sort of stuff. And we've got some sew alongs and stuff coming up. And I had some Polaroid blocks left over, so I thought that I would make a couple of project bags. So I've made this one for Beck because she likes this sort of stuff, and I've made this one with a sewing machine and some pins on it. And these blocks were slightly not so square, so it's sort of a little bit, they're a little bit skew-if, but they work as a project bag, and again, they're out of my UFO box, and I don't have to worry about it, and they're done, and they're dusted. So, and we've got a couple more project bags for our cross stitch. So we're super happy about that, and I've also got some of this little bit of fabric left over so I can make a little coin pouch to go in for our scissors and needles and all that sort of stuff. So I'm pretty happy about that. The Finish It Friday is done and dusted for the Polaroid blocks. They have been sitting on my shelf. It'd be a good 3 years that they had sat on my shelf waiting for something to get done to them, and they've just sat there, and I pulled them out and I'm like, that's it, I'm doing it. So I'm glad that I bit the bullet and got them done. They're out of the way and I don't have to think about them ever again. and there's something useful too. So I've just got to put the binding on, and that's it. So I have been looking at what I can do this coming week. As I said, I am leaving on Thursday, so we are pre-recording our Finish It Friday for next week. It'll go up as a premiere, and you guys will all be able to chit-chat with Beck. She's going to take care of the chat next week because I will probably be out of service, so I won't even see it go up. If I am in service, I'll jump on and have a chit-chat with you as well. But we are still putting up our Finish It Friday. It'll just be a premiere next week. So you won't miss out. You'll still get your weekly fix. And we're just going to record that on Wednesday and upload that to a premiere. So it won't take us too long at all to get that up because we pretty much know what we're doing in that. We don't have to do much editing. It's just pretty much got to go up. And I should be able to do that from my phone, which is good. So I have set myself a task to, I don't know where the pattern is to show you the picture. I do have a bag there. I'll grab that in a second. But my Finish It Friday for next week is actually a bag. It is the Swoon Small Hobo Bag, the India Hobo Bag that I'm going to be making. So I'm going to be, it's all cut out, so you can see here. It's got the fabric that I need to do. So I'm going to be working on that, and I'll just take my mic off for a second and I'll grab the bag that I've already made before. It's my go-to bag. I love this bag. So easy to make too. And as I said, it is by Swoon. So you can find the pattern over on their website. And this is, hopefully I can get it on screen. This is my old ratty bag. Like I've had this. This is one that I grab. It can go as a crossbody because it's got the long handle with it. It is totally reversible too. So it's got a pocket on the inside exactly like this and a zipper pocket as well. And you can do it in 2 different fabrics. There's no exposed seams or anything like that in there. So you can just, when you get tired of one side, you can just flip it over and do the other side and away you go. So I have to make one of those this week, and I have to get that done before Wednesday, before the Finish It Friday. So I'm probably going to do that on over the weekend and get that done. Originally, I was going to get Beck to do it, but with her being sick, she's going to be down for a couple of days. She ended up catching that bug off her son, and yeah, so she's not well at all. So yeah, I didn't end up getting her to do it, so I'll get it done, and yeah, so it'll be good. So I just seen a question about, do you have a video for your project bags? Yeah, I do, Becky. It was a live stream one about 3 weeks ago. And it is under on a playlist on our channel, and it is under, I hope I'm correct, and Beck, if she's watching, will probably correct me if I'm wrong. It is under live stream tutorials. So you'll find it there, and it is, I don't have mine out at the moment to show you what it looks like. It's got a lace zip on it. It's super easy to make. It's got French seams. So it's got is it aqua? Yeah, aqua bag with the little strawberries on it, but it looks exactly like this. Probably a little bit wider, that one. So I just modified it for the size zip that I had, and these ones were only a smaller one. and it's for our smaller projects too. So yeah, so I can see that a few more people have joined us, which is great. So thank you very much for joining us today, ladies. I am on my own today. For those that have joined late, Becca's not feeling well, so I've sent her home, and she's at home tucked up in bed. Kids have been walked off to school for her and will be picked up so she can get some really good sleep and get better. So she's a bit disappointed. She was going away for the weekend this weekend, but looks like sickness has finally caught up with her. Alrighty, so in the comments, tell us what you're working on this week. We'd love to hear all about it. And if you are participating in any of the Finish It Fridays, either on Facebook, Instagram, or Stitch Talk, don't forget to use the hashtag DD's Finish It Friday. That way Beck and I can follow along and see what you're up to. And yeah, so I'm in the midst of a tropical storm. The screen keeps freezing. I'll catch the replay. Night Biz, sorry about that. Yeah, sometimes when you're in a tropical storm, you don't always have the best internet. So we'll catch you on the replay. Good night and stay safe. Alrighty, so yeah, let me know what you're working on. I'm a little bit lost without Beck today, but hopefully we can still get a good show together and I can still see your questions and everything like that. So Rebecca's saying that she's working on a Christmas quilt, and Katrina is working on hurricane prep. Yeah, I did see that happening over there. How far off the coast is it, Katrina? That is still a fair way off, I think. I haven't checked today, so stay safe. Hopefully it just fizzles out and you don't end up having any damage or anything like that, because they're always scary sort of things, aren't they? Alrighty. So I'm going to get stuck into my bag for the week, and we're going to just move on to a few different things that are going on. It looks like it'll be a Cat 4 by the end of the weekend. Not good. Hey, Benita, thanks very much for joining us. That's a big one. So I forget where you are, Katrina. Whereabouts are you again? Excuse me. Yeah, stay safe. Most definitely. I agree. Most definitely. All right. Everybody's going well. Benita, thank you very much for joining us. That's right. You're in Florida. Yeah, I just wasn't sure whereabouts in Florida you were. So, northeast. Yep. Cool. Well, stay safe. Like, hopefully you get all your preparation done and it just misses you all together. Fingers crossed for you, hon. Alrighty, so I'm going to move on to YouTube news and group news now. Not much is happening in the group. We're growing every day. We're adding more and more people to the group, which is really good, and more people are starting to post, which is great. I'm really happy about that. Thank you everybody that left a birthday wish for me in the group as well. I really do appreciate that. I was feeling the love from around the world. It's really nice to have those birthday wishes, and that's why we have our birthday list over there as well, so everybody can get a wish. I'll be taking over for the birthdays for a little while because I've got to catch up on who's having a birthday and when. So I will be doing the September ones, and then hopefully Paula will be back on board for the October ones because she's got some things as well. We've got some exciting news this morning, as Carol just put up there. We just went over 3,700 subscribers this morning. Carol has been vigilant in keeping track of it, and a few other people as well. So thank you very much for those that are keeping an eye on that and sending through congrats to us. We really do appreciate it. Yeah, so basically we were just blown away this morning. I was chatting to Beck in Messenger this morning. A record for the channel, by the way, 349 subscribers since this time last Friday. So that is amazing. And just thank you to everybody that is sharing the channel, commenting on the channel, liking our videos, participating in our live stream videos as well, whether it be the Finish It Fridays, the tutorials that we do live, or even our casual Friday night craft along. So we're super excited. We're growing every day, and it's just amazing. And the warmth and of the comments that we get that are positive and encouraging, and ideas that we're getting as well from you guys, because this is about you and what you want to learn and what you want to see. So yes, the word is getting out, Benita. I really do appreciate you're over there on Instagram tagging me. I just seen that Calm Creations, that's Tia. She's a fellow Aussie, and we're going to talk a little bit about her channel in a moment. She's here on the tube, as I like to say. So yeah, yeah, it is judgment free. It's awesome. We love it. We just love the warmth and encouragement that we receive from everybody. It is really surprising. I was very scared to put myself out, but bit the bullet about 18 months ago. So we're just going from strength to strength. Our live stream tutorials have been well received. We've got a lot of encouraging messages and comments and emails from people saying keep them up. They love them. They like how that it's in real time, and I show that it's very quick to make. And yeah, so it's just been really amazing. I've just, yeah, I've been blown away from it. And basically, I just love how you're all encouraging us to keep going. And as you would have noticed, Beck is becoming more and more involved with the in front of camera. Still a little bit shy, but she's becoming more and more involved in it, which is great for her as well, and good for her confidence as well. So, thank you, Becky. Becky's just saying you're genuinely amazing inside and out. I'm glad that you see it. It's hard. You don't know whether that's coming across. This is me in a nutshell. It's just how I am in real life. I don't change from anything. It's not something that I put on. There's no airs or graces here. I just like to be myself, get in there, have a good time, show you what we're working on, and hopefully inspire some of you to get in and have a go. So, yeah, as Benita's saying, the word is getting out. Rebecca's saying it's your bubbly personality. Thank you so much. So bear with me for those latecomers. I am here on my own today, and I'm trying to monitor everything. Sometimes messages, YouTube sort of blocks messages and stuff like that. I will actually add you as quick as I can, and I'll get hold of them as soon as possible. So you're getting better as well, getting better in front of the camera there, Tamara. Like, I just had to think about your name again. I was going to call you Tamara again. I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're getting a lot better in front of the camera. I've been watching you on So Sweetness. Haven't always commented. I've just sort of had it on in the background because we've been super busy. But in the book reviews and that, you're getting better at talking in front of the camera. And before you know it, you'll have your own channel too. I'm hoping that you have your own channel because you're amazing at all the things that you do as well. So, and while I've got your attention there, I do need your address, Hun, to send your little prize from last week out to you. So if you could message me that on Facebook, that'd be great, and I can get that out in the mail. So Benita's finally finishing some of her charity quilts, and they'll be off soon. So yeah. And I like engaging with the subscribers because it helps me get to know you as a person. And I really love that you guys feel comfortable enough to tell us what you want to see on the channel as well, because the channel is about you. So it is super amazing that we are growing every day. Like Beck and I have just been in awe in the last week of how many subscribers we're getting, and those subscribers are starting to engage with us in the comments as well. So we really do encourage you to, if it's not a live tutorial or a live chat, leave us a comment, because Beck and I at one time or another we will get back to you as soon as we possibly can. So yeah. It is a little bit different behind the camera. You do sort of get comfortable sitting behind the camera, and then when you get put in, like Beck, in front of the camera, all of a sudden it can be a little bit daunting and stuff like that. And I get nervous before every live. I get butterflies in the stomach. I get very nervous. I start to twitch and stuff like that, because I have, like, I'll shake my leg or something like those sort of little things that you do, because you do get a little bit nervous, because you know that new people are going to find you. And I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, hey, this is me, and welcome to the channel, basically. Rebecca's saying that I've encouraged her to cross stitch again, which I'm really happy about that. I've noticed that a few people are starting to share their past finishes, and also saying that they're getting their UFOs out, and they're getting them out and stitching along. And we've sort of got a slogan for the cross stitch part of our channel now, and it's stitch while you watch. So you can get your UFOs done, or you can make some progress on those new starts or anything like that, because hey, I go to other people's channels and watch their floss tubes, and yeah, I'm sitting there stitching and watching. I don't necessarily look at the screen, but I've got them going in the background because they're a little bit like a podcast. And when they're showing something, I just have a look. Yeah, it was only 3,600 when you started watching the replays this AM. Yeah, it was 3,600 and when I logged on this morning, I think it was 3,696, and by 7, and that was when I was starting to message in the Facebook group. So when I wake up in the morning while everybody's asleep, I sort of make my cuppa, I grab my phone, I go into Facebook, then I go to Instagram, and then I go to YouTube and answer everybody's questions, reply to messages, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I usually do that pretty much from 5 o'clock onwards. So when you start seeing messages after a big break through the night, that's about 6 a.m. here. And so basically it was at 3696 this morning, and by 7 o'clock this morning it had clicked over to 700, and by the time we went live we got another 4, so we'd actually got 8 new subscribers within a 3-hour period this morning, which is amazing to me that people are finding me that quick. So thank you to everybody that has subscribed. Thank you to everybody that's liked a video, and thank you to everybody that has shared any videos or commented as well. We just love it. And we're looking forward to reaching our next milestone, which is 5,000, which we are going to be having a massive giveaway. And we're going to run that across the socials. So we'll have that on our Facebook, in our Facebook group, on our Instagram. We'll also have it at Stitch Talk, and we will also have it, you'll get notified here as well. So you'll be able to enter that competition using the community tab, because I don't think a lot of people use that community tab on YouTube, and that's where we post polls or we'll ask questions and all that sort of stuff. We're still getting used to using it as well. So more and more we will actually put posts up there and stuff like that, some behind the scene things and all that sort of jazz that we've got going on. Alrighty, so as I said, it's been a massive week. And Beck and I have started doing the cross stitch, and we've been amazed by that one as well. There's been an amazing response from the cross stitch community to our videos and encouraging us to keep going. We've had private messages, emails, comments, and all that sort of stuff. So I've actually, okay, so I'll just answer Becky's question because she's got some interruptions happening there. So Becky B, we actually only have it with the lace zip at the moment, but on Wednesday, not this Wednesday coming, the Wednesday after, we will actually be doing them with regular zippers. So you'll have to keep an eye out on that. I'll show you how to do that. And make them a little bit bigger. So we'll be adjusting the sizes of them, and also like showing you how to adjust the size and also how to use a regular zip. So because the lace zips only come up to a certain size, so some people want them a bit bigger. So we'll be doing that not this Wednesday coming, the following Wednesday. And I'm not sure of the date, but I will definitely let you know. Okay, so I need videos or I'm lost. Yeah, there will definitely be a video. It will be a live tutorial, so you'll be able to see how quick we do it, okay? But that won't be this Wednesday. It will be the following Wednesday. So while I'm, yeah, so we've been doing the cross stitch, and as I said, we've had an amazing response to that. It's actually encouraging a lot of people to get their cross stitches out that they've had sitting away for ages. And or start again, or actually just go out and start for the very first time. So we're super excited about that. We really appreciate all the comments that we're getting. It's really encouraging Beck to also stitch at home, because she doesn't always stitch when she goes home. So it's encouraging her as well. So that's a good one. We're starting to see in the Facebook group, a few people are posting. I think Rebecca put up one that she had finished years ago that she designed herself. Catherine Fleming put one up this morning that she's pulled out to get that finished. So yeah, so we're really excited about that. And we're really enjoying ourselves. But I do have to say a super big thank you to Sarah Shepherd, who sent through a like a toolkit document through to me, and it's got all this information in it about cross stitch and different tools that you can use, what the aiders are, and the different needles that you use for them. It is invaluable information. Thank you so much for sending that through to us, Sarah. We really do appreciate it. I didn't mention it yesterday in the video because I knew that you weren't going to be actually watching that until later on, but I thought I'd say it in the replay because you said you were catching the live today because you were going to be watching. So I wanted to actually thank you in person while you were here watching. So thank you so much. That is going to be absolutely invaluable. And I also didn't want to mention it in the floss tube in case people started asking for it. And I would sort of, if you can just message me a bit later, if it's okay, if I can forward it on to people that may ask it, or forward your email address on, that'd be great because I need your permission for that as well. Alrighty, I've got a copy and Beck's got a copy as well, so she's taken a copy home. So we've got that now, and that's all good. So someone else was also asking, we actually had several people asking how often we were going to put up these videos and if our channel was only going to be cross stitch. So the first one is, yes, we are going to be putting up videos weekly for the cross stitch, and no, we are not going to just a cross stitch channel. I want to keep this as a crafting channel because I quilt and do a myriad of different crafts, so it is a multi-craft channel. So for those that are worried that I'm just going to be going to cross stitch and I'm going to drop the sewing and the quilting from the channel, that is not the case. I am not doing that. Thursdays is our cross stitch day on the channel, and that will be all things cross stitchy. Occasionally we may put up a supplementary video on a Monday. So for this Monday coming, we've actually got a video going up of Beck and I coffee tea dyeing our fabric for the first time, and how we went and what our sort of little plans are for future dyeing projects. But that is not just for cross stitch. We're also looking to do other types of dyeing for fabric and stuff like that to incorporate into our daily life of either sewing, quilting, or whatever you want to do it for. So we're also going to be incorporating some paper dyeing as well, because some people have asked me how to do that as well. So I am putting all these ideas down on a list for you, and we are slowly working our way through it and getting them all done. So don't despair if you are new here and you did give me an idea and I haven't got to it yet. It goes onto a list and we put it into, basically once a month we have a meeting about what we're going to be doing, and then it goes into, if it's up for videoing, it goes into the production list, and then we get to it. So yeah, so we are getting there slowly. So we've got a few things happening. I've also had some messages about the MIA macrame video. Yes, I did film the macrame video. We lost audio on that and I had to refilm it because my voiceover skills, well, what can I say? They're just a little bit lacking. I am so not good at voiceover. I so missed the cue of where I've got to talk, and it was just taking forever. So Beck and I have scrapped that. Even Beck said my voiceover skills, it's just not meshing up with the videos. So I need to practice a little bit more with that. And so basically what we decided to do is we are just going to do it as a live tutorial this coming Wednesday. So normally I only do live tutorials every second Wednesday. You're getting a bonus live tutorial this coming week, and we're going to do the macrame. Because, yeah, I'm just going to start again on that, because the videos, it's no point in putting it out because I've got to explain things to you, and I get very frustrated with videos that just have music over it because I'd like a little bit more explanation and stuff like that. And with macrame, I know that some of you are very much beginners and you need that explanation, so I want to have my voice there explaining what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So, yeah, so we've decided yesterday after wrestling with it, again, that we are just going to do it as a live. So I can show you the parts of the stuff that I have finished, and I'm just reaching over to grab it. And I'll probably get in trouble off Beck because she's made them all neat. But anyway, I will put it up on the paper that I've got it sitting on for the moment. So we are making feathers, and this is actually going to be a two-part video. So we are going to do, we're making a smaller one. So I've made the large, the medium, and the small one I'm going to do on the live. Like I've already made it, but I'm going to do it on the live so you know what you're doing. So this is a feather that we're making, and basically what's going to happen is we're going to do this in the first one, and then in a couple of weeks we're going to come back and we're going to basically do like a tutorial on how to dye it. So we're going to use spray bottles. I've just got a paper behind it just to hold it in place so it doesn't lose its shape. And because if you don't have it there, this is what happens to them. This is what they look like, and they don't look any good. So I'm going to show you how to make these and finish them and put them on a bit of like driftwood or a piece of dowel, and yeah, and basically show you how to finish them off. But what we want to do is actually do a little bit of what they call like dip dyeing or something along those lines on the ends of these, so they get like a little bit of ombre happening to them, and just finish them off a bit better. So and then show you how to like, you can see when I hold it up that on the paper it's holding form. So we're going to show you how to put that onto felt and everything like that. Alrighty, so that is what our tutorial is going to be on Wednesday. As I said, I don't normally do these longer videos with in the live ones. It's probably going to go for about an hour because we're going to do it from start to finish. The only difference is I will have everything cut and ready to go. So you'll just see me doing it, but it'll be an opportunity for you to ask some questions, and if you get stuck or anything like that, so you can actually if you want to do it in real time with me, send me a message on Facebook in the Facebook group, or even here on YouTube or on Instagram, and I can send you through the measurements and how much you have to cut of what you need to cut. And you can do it in real time with us if you like. Or you can email me at askme.dds@gmail.com, and that is underneath the video. And that way you'll be able to email me straight away, and I can get back to you and send it through to you. Yeah, we're just having all sorts of issues with my computer. It's really tired, and it's just needs to be replaced. And basically I just have to do this live to get it done because I know some of you are waiting for it. So that is on Wednesday. We have the zipper pouch with normal zippers the following Wednesday after that. So you're probably going to get sick of me seeing me live. And I just want to say thank you everybody that joined us for the coin pouch yesterday. On Wednesday, sorry. That was another live tutorial as well. That was well received and everybody loved it. And a few people asked for a larger size. There is a video that I did either the end of last year or the middle of last year for an iPad cover using the same technique. The only difference is it's got a magnetic snap in it. So yeah, you can find that in the playlist sew alongs. So yeah, you'll find that there. Alrighty, so okay, so I missed that question there, Sarah. What are your okay, so there's a little bit of chat happening about the different needles and everything in cross stitch, which is great. And Linda's saying that she's done some. I haven't done cross stitch in years, have some projects somewhere. I suggest that you get them out and just stitch along. And Sarah's getting a lot of questions about her little never ever loved the live shows. Okay, thanks for sending it to me. Alrighty. Excellent. So everybody's up to date with what's going on there. Alrighty. So shop news. Last week you would have seen that we've had our cups, our latest cups. Well, this is the cup. It's DarvanaleeDesigns Studio with Nicole Reed, and it has So Let's Get Started on the back. They are about to go live. I am about to set them to publish. I was hoping that Beck would be here to do that, but as I said, she's sick, so I'm just heading over to my Etsy store. They're available on the Etsy store, but I just wanted to remind everybody that we are using a third party called Printful. They're awesome. They know their stuff. They produce excellent products and all that sort of stuff. We have 3 things with just our logo on it at the moment. So we've got the coffee mug, and this is exactly what it looks like. We have a sticker, and we also have a drawstring bag, and that's all we have at this point in time. And we have a lot of things that are actually in the making. And basically, yeah, Beck has a copy already, hun. Basically what's going on is they are getting published as I am sitting here right now. So you can see I'm looking down. They are now available on our Etsy store, and I'm about to also share that link for you because a few people have been asking for merchandise. So we have 3 items at the moment. We have a coffee mug, a sticker, and we have a drawstring bag. They are all in Australian dollars, so they'll be cheaper for those in the US. And yes, I will be staying on Etsy because I'm using a third party. They incorporate with that store, so I don't have the other. I've got a website, but it's not compatible with them at this point. In saying that, they add more and more people, more and more website platforms that they're compatible with. So I will let you know if it happens. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. So they have just all gone live, and they are listed under novelty items, and I'm just getting that for you right now, and that will be in the comments below after the video. It'll be underneath the video. I didn't want to put it up prior to it going live. So that will go up pretty much straight away, and it's also in the comments now. But if you do click on that, that will actually take you out of the chat, just so you know. So that's just gone up there now. Sorry, people. So sorry. I figured that's what you meant. Wendy, don't apologize. Autocorrect sometimes just, yeah, it gets you. It's all good. Yeah, so I am going to be staying with Etsy. They do ship to the US. They are based in the US, so everybody in Australia is coming from the USA. It does take a little bit of time. I am looking for someone here in Australia, so we will have the capability of having shipping from Australia and shipping from the US. I don't have them in store at the moment, but Beck and I are actually looking into that to have them in store here for people that come to the store that want to buy them locally and stuff like that. And also for our retreats and all that sort of stuff. So they are now available, and you guys are the first to know about it because I'm not actually putting that anywhere else except for here on YouTube. And on the 1st, I will be putting up a scheduled post in the group and over on my Facebook pages, Instagram, and on Stitch Talk. On the 1st of September, they'll be available to everybody else. So you guys got a little bit of a exclusive today. Alrighty, so what else have we got going on? Okay, so that's all up and done and ready to go. As I said, we are using a third party. I've just got notes here to remind me where I'm going. We are using a third party. So if you do run into any problems, just know that I'm not actually shipping them to you. It is actually Printful that is shipping them. They take care of all the stock, all the printing, all the shipping and all that stuff for me. Because at this point in time, I'm struggling to find good merchandise that I want to actually stock, and also to get people to print them for me as well. If you have any issues at all, please send me a message straight away so I can get onto them and sort it out for you. I've never had any problem with them. The people that have used them and recommended it to me, I've spoken to a few other people that have used them as well. They've never had any problems with them, and that's why I've gone with them. So, and their product is quality stuff. We've already got the prototype in, and you can see there that it is a good quality mug. It's an 11-ounce mug. And I'm just waiting on the drawstring and the stickers. The stickers are stickers. So I've seen all the mock-ups for them and everything like that. So they're all good. Alrighty, so as you know, as I like to plan the heck out of my life, we are starting to plan some of our stitch-alongs and our block of the month and all that sort of stuff for 2020. So we've got retreats already starting to sell. We've got our block of the month that's in design feature at the moment. We've got stitch-alongs that we're doing. We have a few other things that we've got planned as well. So our first one that I want to talk about, I just got this in store, that we're going to stock in store as well. But we are actually doing a stitch along that's starting on the 15th of January. Now, I know that we're only just going into September, but I need to get these in place and everything before we roll around into the new year. If you can't find something, send me a message, send me an email. The email's listed underneath the video. And basically what will happen is I will get to you as soon as I can if you've got any problems and all that sort of stuff. So I know it will be here before we know it, and that's why I do a lot of planning from now. So I've got my last retreat coming up in November. We've blocked out October for everything that like the last minute stuff that we need to get. So I won't be taking quilts in. I won't be doing custom orders. Most of my videos will be already done and set up. And yeah, so basically we are in full planning mode at the moment. And our first one that we want to announce for 2020 is actually Leanne's house down in the garden. This is the quilt that, this is a stitch along and quilt along. Okay, so this is the quilt, and I'm not sure that you're getting a really good view of that. So this is, for those that love hand embroidery, it's just basically back stitch with a few different stitches in there. So a little bit of satin stitch, stem stitch, and lazy daisies, but most of it is done in back stitch. And then you've got a couple of blocks to do each month as well. So this, obviously, this is what the quilt looks like. This is to be the final pattern that you get. And we're going to be starting from block 1 on the 15th. And I don't have the called for fabric. This is an older pattern. And the reason that we're doing it is because I've wanted to do it for many years. It came up this week because I went snooping through all my baskets and everything to find some of those coin purses that I use for all my stuff in my hand stitching and all that sort of stuff. So this is the first one that I'm doing, and I think it is block 1. I'll just see it. Let me just go back here. Block 1, yes. So this is what we will be doing in January. So this is considered block 1. So you've got a little bit of hand stitching, and you can see here, this is my first one, the first one that I'm doing. So that's how big it is. It's not huge. I don't stitch in hoops, but I just stuck it in a hoop this morning so I could hold it up for you. So that's what it looks like. Okay, that's one of the stitcheries. And then you've got down the bottom a couple of little herb pots and whatnot. So, and then you've got an applique, which is a Dresden, and there's this little one. So we're going to do this throughout the year. So once a month, this will go up. We're going to have a form for you to fill out, and basically then we send you and the pattern is $16, and then we send you a PayPal request. You pay that, and then we'll ship the pattern out to you. We're going to start shipping the patterns out in December. So basically, if you want to join in October and November, we will actually have it open up a form for you to fill out with all your details and everything like that, agreeing that yes, you want to do this, that you're happy for us to send you a PayPal request, and that you'll pay for it. If you don't pay for it, you just don't get that month, basically. So yeah, so that's the first block. That will be in January, and that will be ready to start on the 15th. Now what I'm going to be doing is I will be doing videos for the blocks that are in there, so the quilted blocks. So these blocks here, this is once it's finished is turned into a block, okay, and assembling everything. I won't be giving out measurements. I won't be giving out sizes of the blocks or anything like that. You have to have the pattern to do it, but this is our first stitch along, and we're super excited about it because, I mean, that is super cute. And as I said, the last month you get, which I've now put it down somewhere, and there it is. And that's what the overall quilt looks like. There's only 10 parts to it, okay, and we're going to be doing that over the course of time. So if you have not done patchwork before or hand stitching, this is probably not the one to get into. If you want to get into it, I'm happy to talk you through it and how to do it, to give you tips and tricks along the way. It is super, super easy to do. Like, it is just backstitch, and you can see here, like, it's not even lazy daisies where they are. That's all just backstitch. Okay, so that's what we'll be working on. So that's coming in January. We will set up the forms and everything for you to sign up to it, and that will be in October. That will be happening when we come back from our series break, a season break, and we'll get all that underway. And then, yes, you can use your own fabric. It doesn't come with the kit. The only thing that you are getting is, because this is an older pattern. This is not a new pattern. It's an older pattern. It's designed by an Australian lady called Leanne Beasley. And I'm just seeing if I can see the date on it, but it's not there. So, but that's the first block. And there's 10 all up. The last one is the assembly, and I can't remember without opening it what's in that one. I'll have to let you know what is actually in that last one. There will be, the patterns are normally $16. There will be a discount for people that are doing the sew along, most definitely. As I said, you'll get a separate request for a PayPal. You pay that, the discount will be already in it, and then it'll be shipped out to you as well. Okay, so and it'll only be $2 shipping on that, because it just goes in a normal, and it doesn't matter where it's going. It's just a $2 shipping on that one. And if you've already got the pattern as well, you can always join along with us. You don't need to fill out that form as well. We're still working out hashtags and all that sort of stuff for it. So make sure that you keep an eye out for it. We'll mention it here on our Finish It Friday, because it is our weekly wrap-up chat, and that way you'll keep up to date with it. But it's going to be super exciting to see everybody stitching along and all the different fabrics that are using. I don't have all those fabrics either that are used in it. I've got a couple of those fabrics and some similar ones. Like I have a blue and a pink similar to this rose one, and you would have seen that in the coin pouch that I used that I made the other day. Like they're not fabrics that are hard to get either. So you can see in this one here, it's got spotted fabric, and you've got some lighter fabric, and you've got some ginghams. So they're pretty easy fabrics to come across and match up with it. So but you know, use your fabrics you got in your stash. You might as well use it, like it's just going to sit there otherwise. I always say shop your stash first, so you get in there and give it a go. So yeah, we're super excited about that. As I said, that's starting in January. We'll have the forms and everything ready to go in when we return in the beginning of October, because we're having a 2-week break. I think we've discussed this before with the channel. With the school holidays that roll around, we actually break. So our channel throughout the year is broke up into 4 seasons. So we've got the first season, the second season, the third season, which we're in now, and then we'll have our 4th season, which leads up to Christmas. And yeah, so basically, yeah, it's all happening. So we've got a 2-week break coming up in about 3 weeks. So yeah, so Margaret, I'd love to have you along for the Stitch Along for 2020. That is the quilt one we're doing. We've also got some cross-stitch ones that we're planning as well. The cross-stitch ones will probably be smaller projects, or maybe we might string it out over the whole year. There is no need to stress about it if you don't get it finished. You just need to, yeah, just keep working on it. Doing a little bit of progress is still progress. It doesn't matter how much you do. So once we have all the forms and all the finer details down in play, at the moment it's all in point form. Once we have all that information, we will give that all to you, and we will get it to you ASAP. There just will be a Google Docs form to fill out with all your details to join that quilt stitch along, and yeah, we'll get that all underway for you. So it's going to be super exciting. Super exciting indeed. And it's our first real big quilt along. Like, I know that I do block of the months and all that sort of stuff, but not everybody joins in. This one you're actually signing up for. There's no sign up cost or anything like that. It's just the cost of the pattern and a $2 shipping fee, and yeah, and then we go from there. So it's all exciting stuff in the background at the moment, and it's really hard because I don't want to say everything that we're doing. It's just yeah. Our children finish for the summer break. I think they finish a week before Christmas, or 2 weeks before Christmas. I don't know the date off the top of my head, but I actually don't break for the Christmas holidays. I go right up to Christmas Eve and I do videos right up till then, and then I schedule videos to go up in the week before the New Year, so a week from Christmas to New Year. I still have videos going up. I just don't do the live chats. Thanks, Beck. Beck's just put up there the 14th of December. So yeah, 2 weeks out, just about 2 weeks out. So I keep going. Beck breaks. She goes away with her kids for 4 weeks this year. So as soon as they go on holidays, she goes away. I continue doing the live chats to do the wrap up, to do announcements, to get the January ball rolling. And basically what happens is I still do the live. So I'll just be here by myself. They'll be pretty informal. I just won't be doing the live craft alongs through the later part of December and January. We may do 1 or 2 towards the end of January, but the live Finish It Fridays, they start back in the second week. I think we've got it scheduled for in January. I don't have my diary in front of me, so yeah, but I keep you posted for all that. I still do the Finish It Fridays. I think I started the first week or second week of January this year for Finish It Fridays, because hey, I've still got things to get done. The format might change a little bit for Finish It Friday. It still will be named Finish It Friday, but most of it will probably be starts that I do. So it'll be, yeah, something that I'll be working on to get it finished in 7 days, and that'll keep me on track. And I shouldn't have any more UFOs ever again. Alrighty, so yeah, that's pretty much all I've got on the shop front. We've had those patterns come in. We're super excited about it. We're excited to do it as our stitch along. We've just got to get the final details in place, and then we can start sending out get that form up, and you can start registering for that. We're also looking at doing swaps. We touched on this last week in the Facebook group. We are, and probably Stitch Talk as well, and Instagram. We are looking at doing some more swaps. The Instagram one worries me a little bit because of the amount of people that may get onto it. So our first 2 we may do with Stitch Talk and also with Facebook. There will be a form for you to fill out. We need your details, mailing address, and all that sort of stuff. But that again will be going up in October. We are looking at doing them for next year. So we're going to do them with the seasons. They are actually going to be probably themed to the seasons, because that gives us 4, and you've got that 3-month block then to work on it. Nothing big, nothing huge, nothing that is out of your depth. We match you with, if you're a beginner, we match you with a beginner. If you are an intermediate, we'll match you with an intermediate. And if you're advanced, we match you with an intermediate or advanced, because there's sometimes there's not always, a lot of advanced people that do swaps or anything like that. So this is all in the pipeline at the moment, and as soon as everything becomes available, we will let you know. The swaps will be open for a 4 to 5 week period for you to sign up. Once we close it, we will not be taking any extra ones. They're just closed. So you just basically, if you see it, you need to sign up for it. If you want to do it, you must agree to the terms and conditions of it. If the terms and conditions of the swap do not sit well with you, then I suggest that you don't do it. So yeah, that's because, not everybody is suited to keeping a schedule or anything like that. I do expect you to check in so I know that you're on track. And if you go MIA, you will be dropped from the swap. Your swap partner will be told that you've been dropped from the swap. And yeah, and we'll go from there. Some of them are going to be secret swaps, and some of them are going to be open swaps. So what an open swap is where you know who your swap partner is and you can communicate with one another. And secret swaps is where you don't actually know who your swap partner is, but you get a list of their favorite colors and all that sort of stuff and what they like, and then you make something to that. And then yeah, so all in the planning, all the details will be available. You'll know before the swap starts whether it's a secret one or an open one. and we'll keep you all posted. But just do bear in mind that you need to make sure that your address is correct. If you think you are going to be moving in that 3 months, you need to contact either myself or Beck and let us know of your new address so we can let your swap partner know. And you need to tell us, because we need to send the email to them to know that they have received your new address or anything like that. If any details change or anything like that, you need to send it to either Beck or myself. And you just send that to askme.dds@gmail.com, and that way we'll get it. So, yeah. There is lots of stuff in the future. I am planning my little butt off. And, you know, it's not mandatory. You don't have to sign up for these things. You don't have to participate in these things. But we just hope that you do. And we hope that we can inspire you to get crafty, basically. And as I said, this is not any one particular... there's a gap in that. It's one word, Beck. They put a space in there and asked me. Bring it all together. Thanks, Beck. And... you should be asleep, Missy. You shouldn't be on here. So, yeah, so basically that's all the stuff that we've got going on in the future. We're super excited about it. I am really excited. Beck can even attest to this. I'm just super excited about getting these stitch-alongs and getting people involved. And now we've got more and more people joining us. We'll have more and more people joining in the fun as well. So that's super. I'm super pumped about that. Alrighty, so there have been a few shout outs over the last couple of days, and I just want to give a shout out to Tia, who joined us, and I'm hoping she's still on. She joined us for on the live. Well, she wasn't on the live. She went and watched it back that evening when she got home from work, and she said that she doesn't normally craft during the week. So I was super excited to see that she had made a project bag, and she'd also made 2 coin pouches from the Wednesday tutorial. Now, Tia is lovely, like absolutely lovely. She gave us a shout out for our floss tube, but I'm actually giving her a shout out for her floss tube yesterday on floss tube, and also her channel just in general, because she's got a couple of other little videos on there. Now, she's only really new to YouTube. She's only, I think last time I checked, she only had about 16 or 17 subscribers to her channel. And I'm actually giving her a shout out because I think that Tia's going to go a long way. And I encourage you guys to go over and show her some love and have a look at what she's got on there. She's very new, as I said, to YouTube. So maybe if I've subscribed to her channel. And did you make Beck sick, Nicole? No, I didn't make her sick at all. She hung around me the whole time that I was sick and didn't get sick. But her son brought home a lurgy last week. He got sick at school. And then, of course, she was looking after him. And the same thing that happened with me. She's got sick today. So staying home for the weekend. And she's a little bit disappointed that she's not going. She was going to go away. Yeah, so she can't go away this weekend. So she's going to stay at home. So me and the girls are sorting out the kids for her today. I'll feed them before they go home. So Beck, don't worry about cooking them dinner. I'm going to feed them before they go home. I'm just going to go down and get some sausages, and they can have, or we'll have party pies or something. And yeah, so basically yeah, we're going to sort Beck out, and she can sleep and rest up, and she'll be back on board next week. So if you want to go out over and check over Creations, I think that she's going to go a long way, and hopefully she'll keep putting videos up. I know that she's putting up floss tube videos at the moment, but go over and have a look at her other stuff as well. I'm sure that you'll enjoy what she's doing. So no, I won't get sick again, because I'm pretty sure it's the same sort of thing that's going around. So yeah, so no worries, Tia. I'm happy to give you a shout out, hun. She's a fellow Aussie. She's 4 hours down the road, and she works very hard and only gets to craft on the weekends, but she's got a public holiday because it's the Gold Coast show today, so she's here joining us live for the first time, which is awesome. And yeah, that's the new hashtag that's going around, stitching. That's our new slogan for the cross tube, for the floss tube, sorry, and stitching while watching. So yeah, it's yeah. What was that, Margaret? Well, she can do plenty of her cross stitch. Hey, yep, that's it. Sit in bed, relax, and do some cross stitching. Yeah, it is. It is cool that she's only 4 hours away. And yeah, just down the road. Like, it's unbelievable. Alrighty. So as I said earlier on, for those that have joined late, next week's Finish It Friday is going up as a premiere, and Beck will be online to chat with you. So you'll still be able to do all the chatting in the chat like you are now. Just the only difference is that the live is not happening live. It is actually a premiere, so it'll be pre-recorded. I have a bag that I've got to get done by Wednesday when I film that. So basically, I'm going to be under the pump this weekend. I might not be around very much on Facebook. I will be, however, over on Instagram this weekend. So yeah, I find stitching in the hoops better for embroidery as it keeps tension. Yeah, I do. I do and I don't stitch in the hoop with it. It just depends. This one here I started doing in hand and the tension's fine on it. I had a bit of a look at it again today and the tension is fine. But I do have one that you can use for, what do they call it? Needle punch, and it's on a stand, and I find using that one a little bit better for my back stitch and everything like that. I just don't have it at the moment. Savannah's got that, and she's using it. So yeah, so basically I either do it in hand or I don't. If I'm doing satin stitch and fancy stitches like that, I tend to do it in the hoop. But if I'm just doing back stitching, I just do it with the in hand, because I can just grab it and take it in the car and I don't have to think about it. And as you can see, it is all drawn out, and that's just a friction pen that I've used. So yeah, that's been there. That's been sitting there for a while. And yeah. It just depends who taught you how to do it, because I had a lady, she did both as well. She did in the hoop and also in hand, and I just adapt it to however I need to use it. So yeah, basically that's sort of how I go. So as I said, I am filming the live tutorial, the Finish It Friday next Wednesday, and that will be premiered, and Beck will be there to answer any questions that you have if she's able to answer them. If I am in service, I will be in the chat as well. So Beck will be in as Beck Wode, and I will be in as Darvanalee Designs if I'm there. So hopefully I will have service. I will tell my husband that I need to have service so I can chat with you. I was thinking about doing one out on the road, but as I said, I can't schedule that if I am not in service. Our mobile service here is a little bit sketchy at times, especially down the back of New South Wales where we will be. We will, however, be doing live streams for Kingaroy crew. So you'll be able to catch me and the family all over on the Kingaroy crew for the next week. From next Thursday, we'll be doing some filming as well of our big country and all our antics along the way. Basically, what we have done, or what my husband has done, he has pulled a car out of a paddock here in the local area, and he has basically fixed it up and got it to where we can drive it. Got all the dings out of the roof because they had jumped all over the roof. They've cleaned all the interior. They've gone over the motor. They've put a new radiator in. They have done a massive amount of work in a short amount of time. And basically what's happening is we're sticking the whole family in it, and it's safe. It is registered. It is roadworthy. It's roadworthy now. It's not like the last one that we did where we flew to Proserpine, jumped in the car, and then drove it home sight unseen. This one is actually been in the workshop, and that fly again, Beck, been in the workshop, and they've gone right over it because the whole family's going in the car, and we are just going to get in and go and see where we end up. If the car breaks down, there'll be tents in the back for us to camp. If the car doesn't break down, well, that's a bonus, and we get to go and see this world, big wide world, or country. And we have a tow truck on standby because my husband owns a tow trucking company. So, yeah, the fly is still here. It just started buzzing around again. I don't know where it's come from. Annoyed the hell out of us yesterday. So, yeah, so basically that's what I'll be doing from Thursday to Thursday next week. So, I will have just all the videos scheduled up that need to be scheduled up. And, yeah, you can still leave comments and you'll still be able to chat with either myself or both of us or Beck as well. But that is it for us today. I say us now because Beck is here now joining us. Oh, I forgot one thing. Sorry. We have our giveaway winner. I've written it down, but it's not on the piece of paper in front of me. So the lucky winner from last week, which was for the Made with Love label, the pattern, and that gorgeous little fabric there. We've got this pattern here, which is, where is it? That's not the picture. That's the pattern we've got going to you. And the lucky winner is, and Beck doesn't even know, so she can't even announce it. It is Sarah Shepherd. So you just need to send me through your posting address, Sarah, and that way you can have this lovely little package sent out to you. You have the pattern there, which was an exclusive to the Fat Quarter Shop. You also have this gorgeous fabric, which was in celebration of my birthday. It was the most festive fabric that I could find. And you also have the Made with Love label going your way too. So I'm hoping that Sarah's not having too much problems this week. She had issues last week with delay. Excuse me, I've got the hiccups. All right, now we do have a giveaway for this week. We have all things pink. I've gone through the shop and I've found pink things. So the question for this week is, have you ever participated in a year-long sew-along or stitch-along or any sort of quilt-along? Leave your comments below if you're watching the replay. Leave your comments underneath the video. If you're watching right now, leave your comments in the comments, and that way we can write all your names down. And we have a little, it's upside down, we've got a little zipper pull. Okay. We have a pink lanyard. So you can hook it onto your shirt and put your scissors on. And we have a pink friction pen. So that is our giveaway for this week. So, yeah, basically, we just want to know, have you ever participated in a sew-along before? So that means like whether you've done a cross-stitch sew-along, like we're doing starting on the 1st, if you've done a quilt along, so where you've made the blocks, so that could even be a block of the month, and or a sew along like we're going to be doing for Down in the Garden. So just a reminder of what that looks like. That's the quilt that we'll be working on, and that's starting on the 15th of January. We've got that starting. I may bring it a little bit close. I might bring it to the 2nd week of January or something, see how I go. That'll be a time constraint for me. So I've already started stitching out some of the blocks, and just a refresher, that's what the first one is. So that's the first one I've started stitching out, and basically then what I'm going to be doing is actually doing a video of showing you how to put the blocks together. Won't be giving out measurements or anything like that. You will have to get the pattern to get all those measurements and all that sort of stuff. So Dale saying that disappeared on me. Dale saying that she's actually doing a 52 block in 52 weeks right now. Awesome. Sewed in a quilt along many times. Benita's doing with me. She's doing the 100 blocks in 100 days. Which I'm behind again this week. So I actually joined. The reason I ended up joining that one was because I do affiliate marketing with the Fat Quarter Shop. So they've got me on their mail list to send out to do sew-alongs and all that sort of stuff with the Fat Quarter Shop. And I don't always get into them, but I got that one came up and I was added to the list. So I only really actually have to put one up every couple of days to be in it. I'm not in the running for any of the prizes or anything like that. But yeah, I'm a couple of blocks behind. I think I'm 1 or 2 blocks behind, and I'm going to do them over the weekend and get them up, and I'll probably do a couple this afternoon actually and get them up and done. So a few people have played along with that sort of stuff. Instagram seems to be the biggest place where they do all that sort of thing too. So we're hoping to get it happening on Facebook as well as Instagram and Stitch Talk. So yeah, it's good. So alrighty, I think that is about it for me. I'll keep letting those comments go. Beck, get better soon. It's not the same without you here, although I think I've done okay managing to get a few links in there. Don't forget that the coffee mugs and stickers and the drawstring bags are now available on our Etsy store. I will put the link underneath this video and also in the comments so you can find that as well. So you can get yourself a mug. We are going to have, don't be sorry, God, you're sick. There's nothing you can do about that. We are going to have a floss tube shirt. We're going to have some DarvanaleeDesigns shirts. We're going to have a few other different merch available, and it is all going to be available through our Etsy store because it makes it super easy for me. I can use Printful and I just have to list the items and send them live, and then they take care of the rest for me. So yeah, not sure what I won, but thanks, the delay is really bad this week. Okay, so Sarah, you are on. This is what you won. You won the label, the fabric, and the pattern, and I just need your address, and you'll be able to get that in. I will see everybody on the live stream on Wednesday, where we will be doing the feathers, and I will show you how to do that. If you want the measurements so you can do it along with me, send me a message to askme.dds@gmail.com or message me on Facebook, and that way I can get that information out to you. So we leave next Thursday, so I'm still live here on Wednesday, so hopefully some of you can join me for that tutorial. It is a little bit it's in the evening. It's a little bit earlier than this one, so it's about 9:30. So not in the evening, it's in the morning. It's about 9:30 in the morning that we do that. Beck will hopefully be back on board to monitor in the background, because that's going to be a tricky one to do on my own. If not, I will have my husband here to help me. Alrighty, so everybody have a great weekend. I will see you around the socials, and yeah, I'm hoping to have a really good trip, and you guys will be able to see it. And I'm on Beck's chair and it's sinking. And yeah, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything that we get up to. We will have live streams over on Kingaroy Crew, so if you're not already on that channel, head on over, hit that subscribe button, little bell icon beside it, and that way you can catch all the antics we get up to on our trip. I'm hoping to get some footage and get to some needle workshops and all that sort of stuff along the way through New South Wales and all the rest of it, maybe when we come back through Queensland as well. Don't know what I'm going to come across, but hopefully I get to go that way, and I will see you all again soon. Have a great week, everybody, and that's it from me. Bye for now.